Imagine waking up every day feeling empowered and ready to take on anything. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why those small wins are the key to building unstoppable confidence. How to cultivate a habit of celebrating small wins, boosting your confidence, and leading a life of greater achievements. You might not believe it yet, but you're already on your way to becoming more confident, even if you've been doubting yourself, even if you feel stuck, even if you think you're not making any progress. Here's the secret most people overlook. Confidence doesn't come from achieving big, life-changing goals overnight. It comes from the small wins you create, day by day, step by step. I'll share how your brain responds to small victories. I'll give you examples you can relate to in your own life, and I'll help you start seeing your progress, even if you thought you had none. Because you don't have to wait to feel confident. You can start building it today, one small win at a time. Before we talk about how small wins fuel confidence, let's be honest about something. Most of us feel like confidence is something we either have or don't. We tell ourselves, I'll feel confident once I lose the weight, once I get that promotion, once I succeed. But here's the problem. If you wait for the big win before you let yourself feel confident, you'll be waiting forever. Because big wins take time, and self-doubt will keep holding you back while you wait. What you need is a way to feel good about yourself now, even before you've achieved your biggest goals. That's where small wins come in. The psychology of small wins. When you accomplish something, even something small, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine makes you feel good. It motivates you to keep going, and it reinforces the belief that you can succeed. This is called the confidence feedback loop. You take action, gives you succeed at something small, gives you feel good, gives you believe in yourself, gives you take more action. The more you repeat this cycle, the stronger your confidence grows. Think about it. Have you ever made your bed in the morning and felt just a little more put together? Have you ever crossed a task off your to-do list and felt a little burst of pride? That's dopamine at work. That's your brain telling you, you can do this. Keep going. How one small win changed everything. Let me tell you a quick story from my own life. A few years ago, I was in a rut. I was trying to get in shape, but every time I thought about going to the gym, I felt overwhelmed. I'd say to myself, you're too out of shape. You'll embarrass yourself. Why even bother? Then one day, I told myself, just put on your shoes and walk around the block. That's it. No gym, no marathon, just one lap around my neighborhood. And you know what happened? I did it. And I felt proud. The next day, I walked 2 laps. Then I started jogging. And a few months later, I'd lost weight, built strength, and, more importantly, built confidence. It all started with one small win. You don't have to do anything big to create a small win. Don't wait for other people to validate you. Don't dismiss your progress because it doesn't count. Every step forward, no matter how small, counts. And it fuels the confidence you need to take the next step. One reason many of us feel stuck is that we don't even notice our small wins. We're so focused on what we haven't achieved yet that we forget to acknowledge how far we've already come. Here are 3 tips to help you start noticing and appreciating your wins. 1. Pause and reflect. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I accomplish today? Even if it's something as simple as drinking enough water, making a phone call, or showing up, write it down. 2. Keep a wins journal. Buy a notebook or open a note on your phone. Each day, write down 1, 2, 3 things you did well. Over time, you'll build a record of your progress, and you'll see how much you're growing. 3. Celebrate every step. Every time you achieve something, no matter how small, take a moment to feel good about it. Give yourself a high five in the mirror. Smile. Say to yourself, I did that. That's me. You might be wondering, okay, but how can doing these little things make a big difference? Here's why. Confidence doesn't appear all at once. It's built step by step, and each small win gives you the motivation and energy to keep moving. When you achieve even a little goal, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You stop seeing yourself as someone who can't, and start seeing yourself as someone who can. Big goals can feel scary and impossible, but breaking them down into smaller steps makes them manageable and gives you the confidence to keep going. Examples of small wins you can start today. Need some ideas? Here are some small wins you can aim for today. Make your bed. Go for a 10-minute walk. Drink a glass of water. Write down your goals for the week. Spend 10 minutes reading instead of scrolling. Compliment someone or yourself. Say no to something that drains you. Pick one. Do it. Celebrate it. Now, I want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me, what's one small win you're proud of today? Your story could inspire someone else to keep going. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, one small win at a time. And every small step you take brings you closer to your biggest dreams. Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, is it never enough? Like you're just spinning your wheels, working hard but never really getting anywhere? Here's the truth. You're already making progress. You just haven't learned how to see it yet. In this video, I'll help you identify your wins so you can start feeling proud of yourself, build your confidence, and stay motivated to keep going. Because the most successful, confident people all have one thing in common. They know how to celebrate their progress. And by the end of this video, so will you. First, let's be honest. Most of us struggle to give ourselves credit. We tend to focus on what's wrong, what's unfinished, what we haven't achieved yet. We say things like, I'll feel good about myself when I finally reach my goal. I'll be proud when I'm successful. But that mindset is a trap. If you never stop to notice what you've already accomplished, you'll always feel like you're falling behind, even when you're making progress. The psychology of acknowledging wins. When you take time to notice your progress, even the tiniest step forward, something powerful happens. You feel motivated to keep going. You build confidence by proving to yourself that you're capable. You reinforce good habits and positive momentum. This is called positive reinforcement, and it's one of the most effective ways to stay motivated. It also helps you stay resilient, because when setbacks happen, you can look back at all the times you've overcome challenges before. The first step to identifying your wins is to simply pause and reflect. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I accomplish today? What did I handle better than yesterday? What step did I take, even if it was small, toward my goal? You might be surprised at how much you've done. Those are wins, and they matter. Stop comparing your progress to others. Focus on where you started and how far you've already come. When you learn to identify and celebrate your wins, build confidence because you see that you're capable. Feel proud of yourself, even before reaching the big goal. Stay motivated because you see progress every single day. Create a positive feedback loop that keeps you moving forward. And perhaps most importantly, you start treating yourself with the respect you deserve. Examples of small wins you might overlook: woke up on time, completed a workout, or just got moving. Said no to something that didn't serve you. Asked for help. Started a difficult conversation. Choose a healthy meal over junk food. Learned something new. Showed gratitude. Stayed consistent with a habit. Smiled at yourself in the mirror. These all count. Your life is made up of these little victories. Start giving them the credit they deserve. Have you ever achieved something, big or small, and instead of feeling proud, you just moved on to the next thing? No pause, no celebration, no acknowledgement of what you just accomplished. You're not alone. So many of us are so focused on the next goal that we forget to appreciate how far we've already come. But here's the thing, if you don't take time to celebrate your victories, you're robbing yourself of the confidence, motivation, and joy you deserve, because you're already succeeding. You just need to start noticing it. Why does it even matter if you celebrate your victories? Isn't it enough to just keep working toward your goals? Not quite. Here's why. Celebrating your wins reinforces positive habits in your brain. It boosts your confidence by proving you're capable. It keeps you motivated when challenges arise. And it makes the journey more enjoyable, because life isn't just about the destination. In short, celebrating your victories makes you happier, stronger, and more likely to keep succeeding. First, you need to make celebration a habit. Just like brushing your teeth or checking your phone. Every time you accomplish something, no matter how small, take a moment to acknowledge it. It doesn't have to be a big party. The key is to pause, feel proud, and let that positive emotion sink in. These little acknowledgements train your brain to see yourself as someone who succeeds, and that builds confidence over time. The next way to amplify the power of celebration is to share your wins with others. A viewer once shared with me that they started texting their best friend every evening with one thing they were proud of that day. At first it felt silly, but soon they noticed how much more motivated and confident they felt, and their friends started doing it too. It became a habit that helped both of them grow. So go ahead, don't keep your victories to yourself. Celebrate out loud. Instead of focusing on what you haven't done yet, you focus on what you've already accomplished. And that mindset shift can change everything, because you'll feel more capable, more confident, and more motivated. Big goals can be exciting, but let's be real, they can also feel overwhelmed. You set a big dream for yourself, lose 50 pounds, start a business, write a book, and then you freeze. You look at how far you have to go, and you think, I'll never get there. Why even try? Sound familiar? You're not alone. The good news is, you don't have to accomplish a big goal all at once. The best way to achieve something huge is to start small and celebrate every step along the way. Because success doesn't happen overnight, it happens one step at a time, and you're more capable than you think. And each small step you take builds confidence and momentum. Think of momentum like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's tiny, but as it keeps moving, before you know it, you're achieving things you never thought you could. The first thing you need to do is break your big goal into smaller goals. By celebrating each step, you reinforce positive habits and stay motivated. The science behind celebrating small steps. When you celebrate each step, your brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that keeps you motivated. It creates a positive feedback loop. Action gives reward, gives confidence, gives more action. This is why elite athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and high achievers all break down their goals and celebrate milestones along the way. The most important thing is consistency, even when you don't feel like it. Big goals take time, and you won't see results right away. That's okay. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Show up every day, do what you can, and trust that the results will come. Maintain the momentum. Keep moving toward your goals. Even when it gets tough, you've started taking small steps. You've started building confidence. You've even started seeing progress toward your goals. Momentum is one of the most powerful forces in personal growth. It makes it easier to take action every day. It builds confidence with every step you take, and it keeps you moving, even when things get hard. But momentum is fragile. If you stop moving for too long, self-doubt creeps back in. That's why it's so important to keep your progress going, even if it's just one small step at a time. Stay positive through setbacks. Setbacks happen to everyone. You'll have bad days. You'll miss goals. You'll feel like quitting. But here's the secret. A setback is only permanent if you let it be. Missed a workout? Get back on track tomorrow. Had a bad week? Start fresh on Monday. Made a mistake? Learn from it and move forward. One bad day doesn't erase all your progress, unless you give up completely. Instead of thinking, I failed, tell yourself, I slipped, but I'm still moving forward. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up again and again, even when you fall. When you feel stuck or unmotivated, it's easy to forget how far you've already come. That's why keeping a record of your wins is so powerful. Open your journal or app and review all the progress you've made. Remember the hard days you've already overcome. Let your past self inspire your future self. Every win you've earned is proof that you're capable and that you can keep going. The easiest way to maintain momentum is to make it automatic, part of your routine. Schedule your progress into your day. Set daily or weekly reminders to check in on your goals. Commit to just one small step each day, no matter what. It doesn't matter how much or how little you do. What matters is that you don't stop. Why? Consistency beats intensity. Most people think success comes from huge, dramatic action. But the truth is, success comes from small, consistent steps over time. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Momentum isn't about never stopping. It's about never quitting. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, and you build it through action, through reflection, through persistence. Adopting a growth mindset means understanding that setbacks are not the end. They are lessons, opportunities to grow, and proof that you're trying. So today, choose to believe in yourself, even just a little more than you did yesterday. So stop waiting for someone else to tell you you're good enough. Look in the mirror, see how far you've come, and say it to yourself, I'm proud of myself. Because it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, trying, learning, and growing every single day. So go ahead, start now. Your journey to confidence starts here, and I'll be cheering you on every step of the way.